Thank you so very much for coming. It is a big day. Always signing day is a great day. It's like Christmas for everybody in the NCAA, and we're just proud of our guys very, very much. We're going to announce a few people along the way, say a few words to you, and then we'll announce our guys and go from there. Okay, so then I'll have some remarks at that point. First is our President, Colonel Volk.
Good morning, everybody. I'm probably like the person that you're most or least interested in hearing from today, so I'm not going to take a whole lot of your time. This is really, really a critically important day, not just for the young men up here or the young men that have signed previously, but for all of us and all of the accomplishments. I mean, look at the last 2 years plus, but certainly these last 2 years that we've had in the football program and what we've achieved, and especially this year. From the classroom and what you all have achieved, what you've been able to do, to obviously on the football field and everywhere in between, I can tell you that we are nothing, and speaking for our Board of Trustees, for our faculty and staff, we could not be more proud of everything that you've achieved, and we could not be more proud to have you go forward as Lackawanna Falcons on to your next home, and certainly hope that you'll always remember us back here. I know you'll remember Coach, you'll remember many of those folks out here in the auditorium as well who have been part of your success as you move along. We are exceptionally proud and thrilled to be here with you today. And so with that, I'm going to hand it over to someone who has been a very important part of your life, Mr. Rick Barone.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, young men. Notice I've recently been watching a lot of commercials on television for our college, and it talks about life-changing. And when you think about those two words, life-changing, everyone in this room who's an adult, all of our offices, in particular our faculty, is a major part of what's happened on signing day. We have all had a positive influence on young men who came in some a year ago, some 2 years ago. I'm going to talk a little bit about them in general. They came in with some lacking some structure, discipline, and they knew they were really athletic, but they had that doubt academically. And what we've done over the last 5 years has given them the belief in themselves that they can be successful. Years ago, too many for my sake, but years ago, I learned that if you set expectations high, most students try to reach that expectation. And I thank God for the fact that when you buy into a program, when you want to be successful, when you want to have a purpose, you do. So let's get back to life-changing. I'm going to tell you a quick story, and I'm going to talk about our FALC program. Usually at the end of every semester, Coach Duda, Coach Pardini, Coach Reese, and myself, we go down to Mohegan Sun, and we have some cookies and we have some milk, because that's what we like to have. Well, I happened to be playing at a blackjack table. This is life-changing. I saw a young man there in his late 20s. We started to talk, and he said, "Sir, what do you do?" I said, "I work at Lackawanna College." To make a long story short, when he told me his experiences, I said, "Call the admissions office and see what can happen. Maybe you can get into Lackawanna College and change your life." He's graduating in May with the bachelor's degree. He's going to go on for a graduate program, and he has a job waiting for himself. That's the right time, the right space. A conversation I never knew I would have. That's a life-changing kind of event for him, and it was for me. Every one of these guys on stage, and many of the young men sitting in the audience, you changed my life. And I'm going to tell you how you changed my life. Christmas, December, when we graduate students, in May, when we graduate students, and today. signing day, the 3 biggest days of my life. What you did was you overcame the odds. You came in here not knowing what the heck was going to happen. But you went to class. You ran at 5 o'clock in the morning. You lifted weights. You did everything you had to do. Of course, you had to get reminded with some of my texts every morning. Sure, you walked in at 5 after 8, but you walked in. And right now, you need to know that gives me my sense of accomplishment. You make me feel good because of your work ethic, your dedication, your respect. Because we've had conversations that were kind of strong, but you took them and you listened. And I thank you for that. And at this time, let's give these guys a nice round of applause. This past Saturday, we had our open house. And I talked to some parents, and I talked about things that make Lackawanna special. And they listened, and we don't know where these boys are going to go, but we certainly hope they come to us. I mentioned to them about going to a place where they feel safe, where they're happy, and where the people who work for us care. Everybody that I deal with in this school, and I've been in a lot of offices, and particularly with our staff, our teachers, the emails I get, and it's important that you know this. Mr. Barone, check on so-and-so. He doesn't seem quite right today. That's a person who cares. That's a person who wants to change lives. In the hallways, I see people go above and beyond. And I don't want to pick on you, but I have to, because you're right there in the middle. When I listen to Ann in her classroom teach, and she does what she has to do in financial aid, you can almost feel the sincerity, and that goes for many offices. I can mention every adult in this building. I've been fortunate to be a part of all that. And I cherish every day that I have with these guys. They will make it. Many of our young men sitting down listening to me will make it. It's maybe not your time yet, but your time will come because Lackawanna is giving you the basis of what you need. For those of you who don't wind up in a Division I school, let me just give you a quick tidbit on things here. You go somewhere else, and you have 2 years paid for, that's called money in the bank, and that's success. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but never, never stop working. Now, in conclusion here, how long am I going? Too long? No, last year we rushed. This is a special day. I've had the pleasure now, not only the guys, because they taught me so much, but Coach Duda, Coach Pardini, and Coach Reese, I saw a side of them that you guys don't see. Many coaches, obviously, we think of how important winning is. But those men, on a daily basis, during football season, during the spring, they care. I don't know how other coaches do it in other places. I've never been in another college, but I have a tendency to think that what we do here is special, and we provide the opportunity to have their lives change. But I love the fact that I could see, in particularly, those 3 men, and there's others that I can't go into the whole coaching staff. Our students see sincerity. They see consistency. When you're the same way every day, and you help them get to where they need to be. Over the past, I think it's 27 years, but Mark has become a much better person since he met me. That's where you could laugh. He's given those young men an opportunity to get to wherever they need to be. Literally thousands of kids, he's helped change their lives, and he's still doing it today. Yesterday, he was lucky enough to be 59 years old. So today, he's 59 in one day. A great coach, a great person. I now introduce to you Coach Mark Duda.
Okay, everybody go home. That's good. That was fantastic. It really was. A few things really quick, and then we'll get into our players, the most important people here as always. The term bounce back, do you guys know what that means? Everybody knows what that means. Bounce back means that you came from someplace else. I used to have a bad feeling about bounce backs, the term. You know, like, what do you mean bounce back? But if you really think about it, every guy on this stage bounced back, right? He went to high school, it didn't work out academically, or he went to a college, didn't work out, and he bounced back, right? He came back. He didn't quit. You know, it takes a whole lot of courage to leave your hometown and go someplace and be good at school for the first time sometimes in your life. So it is tremendously courageous to do that. And it does never goes unnoticed by me. So there's courage in a lot of different ways, shapes, or form, but these guys up there showed courage, not just on the field for 3 hours a week, but the rest of the week, and that's really a cool thing, something I'll never forget. I want to do a few things. First, announce the players who graduated in December, okay, because we all forget that those guys were a huge part, right, of that 23-1 run, right? Those guys were a huge part of this, and now they're off to colleges all over the country, and we want to make sure that we announce those. So let's go to Flores. We're going to go through that now a little bit. Okay, so David Amakwa, okay, Clarion, okay, Matt Cavallero. But you get, yeah, absolutely. They'll probably hear it. This thing's being broadcast. Matt Cavallero, West Virginia. Marcus DeShields, St. Francis, right? Right. Traquan Dorsey, St. Francis. Scotty Hausman, Albany. Okay. Reggie Marks. Reggie Marks, UMass. Tylon Papalo, Southern Connecticut State. Samir Park, St. Francis. Chase Strozer, Kansas Wesleyan. And Ashton Yankowi, UTEP. Because those guys are all in college right now and going through their semesters. Many of them called us yesterday. It's great to have those guys do that. Now for the guys on stage, okay? These guys are coming out of here in May, right, and going off to all the colleges all over the country. We want to introduce those. The only guy, there's only one. We'll talk about him in a second. First, I'm going to talk about you guys a little bit, if that's okay. Just a little, not a lot, just a little, okay? Norvell Black. Norvell Black, there you go. Get that Norvell Black. Going to Penn State University. I think the finest outside receiver in the United States of America in junior college. Jair Brown. There you go. Also go to Penn State University, right? Great safety for us over the years, played corner last year, fantastic. Michael Crawford. Michael's going to Hampton University down there in Virginia. Kevin DeShields. He's very shy, he's going to Delaware State, okay? Brandon Hickerson Rooks, Colorado State. Tremendous edge rusher, tremendous. Robert Kennedy is home today, but Robert's going to Eastern Carolina, so clap it up, he'll be watching. Emilio Moran, University of Maryland. Go Terps. Oh, yeah. Phildarius Payne, University of Nebraska. And James Sackey, Southeastern Missouri State. Right. On the field, this group is 23-1 in the last 2 years. Off the field, they maintained a 3.0 grade point average throughout their entire career. If that's not winning, I don't know what is. I'd like to thank everybody. You know, every year we come here, I was talking to President Volk, there's more and more people in this auditorium every year. The support gets better every single year. People care more every single year. And don't think these young guys don't know it. They do. They do. So on behalf of myself, our coaching staff, our athletic department, everybody at this college. Your support is always, always, always appreciated. Please continue to do so. Thank you very much.